Hi and welcome to the vlog. We're going to BookCon. I've already gone to BookCon, so you'll get my final thoughts at the end, but it was an experience, that's for sure. I'm really glad that I don't have to live in New York. I'm really glad that I don't have to go to a convention all the time. And I also wanted to acknowledge that ReadPop, which is like I think the ticketing service or just like the service that BookCon went through to kind of facilitate everything, has affiliations with ICE, and I don't think anybody knew that until we got tickets. The tickets weren't refundable. All of our accommodations weren't refundable. It would have been a big loss. I still wanted to go to support all of the indie authors and all the other authors that were there. If it's affiliated with ReadPop again, I will absolutely not be going again. Obviously, fuck ICE. So let's get into the vlog. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I need a bagel and some caffeine.
Okay. I'm feeling good. I want free books today. And also to get my ARC signed. Note to self, get VIP ticket next year. Those are so sick though. Do you want to look? This is a really cool booth. Have you read one Dark Window? Bro, it's so sweaty in here. It's so warm. I should not have worn long sleeves. Everyone has like the personal fans or the ones that go around your neck. If I ever do anything like this again, absolutely need them. But it's been really fun so far. It's been a lot of standing in lines, but like in an expected way. And I went to my first signing. Chuck Tingle was taking pictures of people and he was like the only one doing that. He was very nice. I got my ARC signed and then 2 book plates for the books that I didn't bring. And I made it to the out of print booth. Someone I know wanted one of the con exclusive worm pins, and then because it was exclusive, I felt like I should have one too. And then I got the Arthur library card one because I am obsessed with that. PRH, like all of the penguin stuff was all together too, so I got a sticker. That's what I've gotten so far, and a shirt, but I'll show you the shirt later. I'm so sweaty, but I'm not overwhelmed yet, so I'm calling that a win. I have to go find Emily now, and we are just going to put ourselves back together, and then we're gonna go back into where I was just in, because on the first floor it's where the signings and like the indie alley and all of the arts and crafts stuff is, but then there's another floor of also like booths, but it's more like publishers and things like that, probably people who paid a lot more to be here. And then the floor above, which is where I need to go, is where like the big halls are, where there's like panels and stuff. I haven't been in one of those yet, but I have a panel later today that I'm really, really excited about. It's like queer horror or something like that, or like, but it's like Tanana Reevdu, Chuck Tingle, Kylie Lee Baker. I think Bethany C. Morrow is moderating it, and there's one more author who I cannot remember right now, but I was excited about everybody, which is why I'm going. So I need to regroup a little bit, and then I'm gonna go find Emily. I have time. Do you have any of the Adventurers one left? Thank you. Whoa, you can put spells in there.
I totally. It's not my favorite book. It's not my favorite book. So I played.
And for all of you buckaroos,
Woo!
welcome Chuck lot of other stuff. Please come up for So today we're talking about lived experience, we're talking about horror fiction.
Good morning. It's day 2. I do not feel bonita. I also just woke up. I'm trying to get this done before Emily's done in the shower because I'm shy. But I think BookCon day 1 went okay. It was really overwhelming. I knew it was going to be overwhelming though. I got lots of books signed, which I was excited about. I got The Reformatory signed by Tanana Review. She is, you know, like they say, don't meet your heroes, but she's just like everything I thought she would be. It's great. I got some stickers and things. I didn't really get like a lot of, and by a lot of I mean none. I didn't get any arcs or anything. I got Book Talk bookmarks. I went to the Kobo booth because I just got a Kobo. They had hats, but I was too shy to ask for one, but I want a Kobo hat. So they said something like, I'm too busy reading on my Kobo or something, and I would like that. And then this, I haven't read. Tanana Review said to Madison on all of them, so that was really nice that she did that. I waited in a very long line for Kylie Lee Baker, but she was excited to see this version of Bat Eater. And I got to tell her that I finished Japanese Gothic on the plane, so that was fun. The line for that was very long, and I had to leave the panel just like slightly early. I missed a couple people's response to one question, but their panel was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Kind of the only panel that I saw in full yesterday. I caught the end of Holly Black's and Marie Lou's. They seem fun. That was also good. The panels are good. I want to prioritize those more if I come back. That's a big if, though. I got to see Chuck Tingle. I think Chuck Tingle is my favorite person that I've seen so far. He is standing out front of the tables. Everyone else, look at that, is behind the tables and, you know, just like being normal. And he's in front of the tables. He's posing for pictures, and he's getting through his lines so quickly. His assistant is so efficient, but like really nice. So good. This shirt yesterday that says it's actually my second rodeo, and I thought that was funny. I might wear that on the plane actually, because I don't think I brought any other t-shirts other than the one I wore yesterday. Tried to take a couple Polaroids. They aren't perfect, but they'll do. I don't think I'm gonna bring my Polaroid camera today. I just don't want to bring a bunch of stuff. The backpack definitely started hurting by yesterday, but the only way you could have like a cart on the floor was with the ADA wristband, and I don't qualify, so I managed, but I would do things differently. They have those Hulkin bags where it's a strap but also wheels. I think I would do something like that so that I could carry it when I had to, but wheel it when I didn't. My backpack definitely got very comfortable with the floor yesterday. And obviously it's a lot of standing in long lines. We tried to do a couple events too. We didn't quite make it into some of them, but we did trivia and we did bingo, and they were fine. We missed book bedazzling because we got there like 15-20 minutes early and it was already full, but that's okay. Today I'm hoping to get an arc of Tatiana Schlate-Bonet's new book coming out later this year. I think that is a pipe dream, but I'm gonna try. We'll see. And then we have a panel at 2:15, a romantasy panel, and then we're home free. We're done with BookCon, which I'm kind of excited about. We were gonna see Megan on Broadway in Moulin Rouge, but she actually is not gonna be at the performance that we bought tickets for, so we got a refund. So we're just gonna go to bookstores and maybe a museum or something. Which honestly I'm excited for that too. It would have been nice to sit for that long. Like I'm excited to go to the Strand, and Emily wants to go to the like 4th floor Barnes and Noble, and that'll be cool to see. And I did get to meet Jan yesterday, but it was very brief because I sprinted out of the horror panel and to go get my book signed by Kylie Lee Baker. But hopefully I can meet her, like really meet her, Monday morning before we both leave for our flights. BookCon's been pretty alright. Really overwhelming. I don't know if I would do it again. I also don't love New York City. I think that's part of it. New York City is just not for me. Con was really overwhelming. I would like to do a smaller one, like Rose City Comic Con, much smaller. Also, I live in Portland, so that helped. Much less overwhelming. Got to meet fewer authors. but it was much less overwhelming. So I think I would like to do something in the middle next time because it's been a lot. My feet hurt. I have blisters on my heels. I have blisters on the bottoms of my feet. I need to wear better shoes next year, but it's been fun. It's been an experience, and I'm glad that we went this year. It's also the first year that it's happened in like 6 or 7 years. So obviously there's some kinks to re-iron out, and I think I'm happy that I went. It's been fun. It's been an experience. Getting to meet Chuck Tingle was probably my favorite part of yesterday, and having my first New York bagel. I think those were my 2 highlights of yesterday, and we'll see what today brings. Hopefully some books. I didn't get any books yesterday, purchased or otherwise, so we need to fix that. But we're gonna go get some breakfast first.
Joining me here. I mean, isn't this just insane? The energy in this room, the sheer amount of book lovers throughout this weekend and in this room, how are you all feeling like looking out and seeing this right now?
They told us backstage this is a 3,000 person room, and we all just kind of went, I walked in and I saw this room, I'm like, this is a mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
I didn't look around at all. I just go where they take me. This is fantastic though.
I texted my bonus mom and said, I'm gonna vomit. So. JK, others, they're just like us.
It's okay if it all just like hangs out, right? Right. Unless you're not weak. I love my raw chicken, raw egg smoothie.
I took off my nails last week. She asked me to sign it.
I'm meeting the Jan Agaton.
What a weirdo. I don't know what to say.
Oh, that's the signature.
Oh my god.
That's the signature right there.
Wow. Wow.
I don't.
Hi guys, it's Monday. I didn't talk too much yesterday. I'm so sorry. I had a better day yesterday than I did on Saturday, I'd say, because it was just chiller. I did have a really bad headache by the end of the day, but I think it was from the backpack straps and my delicate, petite, feminine body not being able to handle wearing a backpack of like 12 books all day. Who would have thought? But it was still really good. It was fun. I met some people that I probably wouldn't have gotten to meet otherwise because everyone was just here. That was really fun. I did end up getting an ARC. You saw that. That's a little bit of the video that I did get, and it was like something that I really wanted, so I'm really excited about that. I met the mixed up desk, but she didn't recognize me. I was wearing my mask a lot more yesterday, which I'm stoked about. I've heard some people, have gotten sick already and stuff. It's just comes with the territory for events like this. And I got a few books. Oh, I could do a little haul. Everything's packed away though. Maybe I'll do a haul when we get home, but I did take this picture so I can talk through it. I got Providence Girls. I haven't read it yet, but it's like a sapphic mermaid horror romance situation that a lot of my friends really like, and I've been coveting that edition of it, like thinking about spending $50 on Pango, and they had it for $15 there. So I got me one and I got a friend one. They had a bunch of copies, so I didn't like buy them out or anything. And then I met, I can't remember her name right now, but she was so kind and sweet. But she had this like incredible character art, which is what initially drew me in. And with a lot of my fantasy romance, it's just what's been working well for me, what I've been finding more interest in. But if it's a more diverse romantasy, I'm usually gonna enjoy it more. I don't know what it is about that. And don't get me wrong, there's been some white authors that have really, you know, done it for me. But I wanted to buy something from Indie Alley that I had never heard of the author, heard of the book, whatever. So I got this one. She said slow burn, enemies lovers. It was literally like those videos where you're pretending to be on the phone and you say all of your dog's favorite words. That's what she was doing to me. So I'm really excited about it. She had like free chai at her booth and stuff, which was very sweet. But it was also like, I was sweating. I couldn't drink hot chai, unfortunately, but I'm sure it was great. Bought a couple other like trinkets and things yesterday. And then we went to a panel with Victoria Aveyard was the big reason that I wanted to go. That was really good. It was like a really good panel. I'm glad we didn't skip it to go do more New York things. We were going to go to MoMA, but again, it was just like didn't work out again. We were both so hungry. It was like 3:30 p.m. by the time we were considering eating lunch, and we had eaten breakfast at like 8 a.m. So we were hungry. I took a video of it. Good job, Madison. If you ever think, wow, Madison, you're doing really good at vlogging, this is a good vlog. Not this one, obviously, but like if there's a vlog where I'm doing well doing the vlogging part, it's because I'm bored. It's because I have time to vlog. Because if I'm having a good time, I'm not vlogging. I cannot remember to do it. So I didn't do a ton yesterday, but I was having a good time. We got hot pot at like a Korean barbecue place. It was pretty good. Not expensive, but like that's just New York. I'm so excited to not be in New York anymore. And then we went to the Strand and the Big Barnes & Noble. I had such a bad headache at the Big Barnes & Noble. I just kind of sat in the cafe with my eyes closed, and that fixed me a little bit. And I also had half of a Red Bull and a water. That also probably helped. And my friend Emily got a bunch of books. It was a Big Barnes & Noble. And then we went to the Strand because they're like pretty close together. So it's like a pretty convenient one too. And the Strand was really cool. They didn't have like the best fiction selection. It was just kind of fine. They had a lot of cool like Strand merch though. Two things that are within my reach. Wait, is this better? That's so much better. Are this pigeon hat that I got at the Strand. That's fun. It doesn't say the Strand on it. I kind of wish it did. The one time that I want like marketing on my stuff. And then I got a Kobo hat because I just got a Kobo. Which I am enjoying the Kobo, by the way. But that was not at the Strand. That was at BookCon. The two hats were just within my reach. And then I got a couple, like, Strand merch things. I got my mama postcard. I got Weaving Shaw because that was a book that I've been wanting. And I wanted to buy a book at the Strand. And then we just came back and kind of decompressed from the weekend. It's been a really long weekend. But it's been good. I fly out much later today. So I'm going to have to check out of my hotel, make it to the airport, and just hope I can check in because you can only check in 4 hours early, and I think it's gonna be a little bit longer than that. And then I can just chill and relax at the airport. And this morning, my friend left, said goodbye to Emily. She had to make it to the airport by herself because I couldn't check in 9 hours early, otherwise I would have went with her. And she was so brave. She's already through to TSA, so I know she's gonna be okay. I don't have to worry about that anymore. She was worried about it, so I was worried about it for her, but I think we're good. And then I got to meet Jan today, and I was really chill and normal and also forgot to vlog anything. Other than like you saw her signing her little cards for me because I asked her to sign it and she did. So I have a one-of-one Jan memorabilia. Everybody be jealous. And I think I was pretty normal. I did just forget to vlog though. Hopefully she sends me pictures. If she does, this is how cute we are. It was fun. We got bagels. I love meeting my friends in real life. Jan, if you're watching this, you should come to Portland. It would be really fun. There's about 100,000 bookstores in Portland, so it would be a good time. We would not be bored. And then what do I have in store for today? Going to the airport pretty much. I'm going to take public transit back and we're not going to get lost this time. The two times that Emily and I took public transit. We went on the right train, wrong direction. When we were coming to the hotel, it was like kind of disastrous, but yesterday it was like not a big deal at all. So hopefully I can just figure it out a lot easier this time. I'm gonna give myself like so much time to get to the airport. It should hopefully be fine. And then I can just chill in Terminal 8 of JFK. But it's been a good trip. I found out that I don't really like New York, and I'm excited to go home and see my pets. And I'll give you a final haul probably when I get home. But I didn't get as much stuff as I wanted to, or like thought I was going to. Like, I brought 2 checked suitcases. I have one of my suitcases inside of the other suitcase, and I don't even think it's max weight or anything. And then I have my carry-on full of all the books that I both brought and got, but I didn't get that many books. I think that I would want to do maybe something, there's like book conventions in California. That might be better, more my speed, a lot closer. Maybe cheaper to stay even. Definitely a shorter flight. I have like a 6-hour flight ahead of me, and I'm not excited about that. My sleep schedule is going to be so messed up from the 3-hour time change. And I have to work tomorrow, but it's fine. I'm really brave, and it's going to be fun. I'm really mad that I didn't vlog anything with Jan. I forgot. I was just having such a good time. Sue me. Okay, I'm going to finish packing up my stuff, and I will probably see you at the airport. Hello. It's like 2 days later now. I didn't film anything on the way back because once I got to the airport, I realized I had accidentally checked my mic, and I was like, oh my god, I accidentally checked a lithium battery, and I, this mastermind, have somehow, if it's an issue, have hidden this from TSA. I told like 5 people and they all told me it was fine, but it still put me into this like state of panic, and it was all I could think about, so I just did not film anything because I was super stressed about it. But I did get farther into Lethal Kiss, which I had started on the plane right there. Still really enjoying that so far. Everything was fine. Obviously everything was fine. I'm not going to be able to accidentally trick TSA. That's just like not how it works. I've had a couple days to think about it and give my final thoughts on BookCon. Am I glad that I went? Was it fun? Yes, but not for like the reasons I think a lot of people went and why so many people are disappointed. I went to meet people, have fun, and buy some books, not necessarily just get free books. And I think that's why I had fun. I thought the panels were really great, and the ticketing system for that was fine. I don't think people realized that people were giving up their tickets and then you could get the tickets through the app. That was not explained to anybody. They should have done that. The crowd control was horrendous, specifically for ARC drops, and even though publishers could see how crowd control was going, they still did like surprise ARC drops, which should not have happened at all. The crowd control was really bad. No one was on the same page. No one had the same information. All of that should have been figured out beforehand, and I think it would have been a lot better of an experience for people. Also, there was too many people in one area at the same time. I don't know how they would manage that differently, but that should not have been how it was. Even like the things that were a little bit more auxiliary, like when we went to Bookish Bingo, there was like 400 people there. They should have thought about that better. And like there was so few food places, and in the Javits Center there's also a few food places like outside of the convention, whatever convention is happening. Some of those were closed, which did not make any sense to me. I think everything should have been open. People would have been buying food there. I don't understand. And like you could go in and come out, but it just would have been nice to have more than one coffee place open and more than one guy working at the coffee place. They shouldn't have ran out of food by 1 p.m., you know? It just seemed like it wasn't well thought out, and they've done BookCon before. I would have not been surprised if this was the first time ever this event happened. But it's happened before. It's been a while, but it has happened before. You would think that there's some kind of playbook. And obviously the bookish space has changed since like book talk became a thing and reading became more mainstream, and more people, I think a lot more people who are a lot less chill have joined the space. And then another thing that I feel like I need to complain about is that it was so romantasy focused, and I get that that's what hot and trendy right now, but it's BookCon and other people were there for other things. Like, I would have liked some merch that was not romance or smut focused and not gendered. I think that would have been great. If there was more merch that wasn't like, I'm a smut bitch and just like shit like that. It's funny and I like to see it, but I would like to have seen other things as well. There was not that many booths that had a lot of different kinds of aesthetics to it. Like, I didn't really care for a lot of the Kindle cases and stuff that were there just because they were geared toward one type of aesthetic for the most part. and I would have liked to see a more variety in like the indie authors and books being presented, and again the merch. I would have liked that a lot better. Overall, I did have a good time. I met a lot of people that I have been wanting to meet for a really long time. I got to meet authors, get books signed. There was a lot of panels that I really enjoyed. Will I go again? I don't know. I did not like New York. I don't think this BookCon was handled very well, but I could see myself being convinced to go again just because of who I am. Unfortunately, this was not like a 10 out of 10 experience though. I've already talked to you too, mostly about what I got, but there's still a few things that I didn't show you that I can show you really quick. One of the first things that happened to me at BookCon is I got to meet Taylor Groth, and I had already started Lethal Kiss, which is their book that is coming out later this year. And I got to tell them how much I was enjoying it, and that part was really fun. And they gave me a little bit of swag. I did miss out on the ARC drop because they're getting their book published through Tor, so it's Macmillan, so it was insane. I didn't feel like doing that, but I did get some swag that was stress-free. I did get my 1 of 1 Jan card. This is the book by the author, M.S. Masood. They seem very, very nice. I can't wait to read this. It was one of the big goals that I had going into BookCon is I wanted to buy a book at Indie Alley that I had never heard of before, so I did feel successful in that. I do think she just got an agent, so I don't know how much longer this is going to be indie, but at the time of me buying it, learning about it, it's indie, so it counts. I already talked about Providence Girls, and I think I showed you most of my signed books already. I got The Body Personalized by Bethany C. Morrow. I think I already talked about Tanana Reeve Do, and I talked about getting Weaving Shot, The Strand, which honestly, it was fine. I think I'm just spoiled by all the Portland indie bookstores, but it wasn't that exciting or impressive to me, but it was still fun to see. I love going to indie bookstores that are out of town. I got a postcard there. I think this must be Central Park in the winter. I never ended up sending it to my mom, obviously, so it's going to be stamped from Portland, but she'll still be excited to get to it, I hope. And then these are their like store bookmarks that they just give out for free, but then I did end up buying a strand bookmark too. It's like one of those leather ones. I thought that was cool. It says, "Between the pages of a book is a lovely place to be," and it's just a little guy under a book, under the moon. It was cute. I had to choose between that and the cat one. It was a hard choice. And they had these like little reusable bags for $1. I ended up getting one because it was more merch that I obviously needed. And that was kind of it that I haven't talked to you so far. I'm like 80% sure I wouldn't go back again, but I would do another con. I think Stoker Con would be really fun. Another one in California, like maybe Y'all West or something could be fun. There's a couple little ones that happened in Portland, and I would be happy to go to those. But we'll see if I go to another one. Sorry this vlog was also kind of short. It was just very overwhelming and not always at the top of my mind to film, but hopefully it was still kind of fun to watch. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!